Okay, I'm on an iPod Touch, and this is really the only video camera I have. But I'm going to try to make this really quick to tell you about Earth and try to prove to you that Google Earth is totally fake and it's a scummy freaking story. It's a mathematical, geometrical, artistical, cryptic story about raping my life and a woman named Erin Z's life. All right? So anyway, we'll start with the mathematical type stuff. Now, there's a place here called Dome on the Rock or Temple Mount in Jerusalem. All right, it's some sort of mosque or something like that. And then there's one down here called Mecca, or the Kaaba in Mecca. Now, if you measure between those places, the distance is 666 nautical miles and 157 degrees. Now, if you put 157 degrees on a clock, all right, it points down to the 26-minute mark, but also the 5 o'clock mark. So you get 526, all right? And that's the initials EZ, okay? So that's the woman's initials, Erin Z, all right? Now that's nautical miles. If you switch this over to regular miles, then you get 767.28, all right? And that's my birth date, and I'll show you. I was born... Like if you imagine this as a partial isosceles triangle, all right? I was born 76, 7, and 28. So basically then you throw in the 666, and this top side becomes approximately 322, which is my initials, CBB. So just the distance in the line between these two monuments, or these two mosques, is cryptically gives you the initials EZ for Erin Z and CBB for Chris BB and my birth date. All right. Now, like I said, this is all a scummy, trashy sex story, and I'll give you an example. Like here's just this Red Sea is total bullshit. You know, like right here you got the slight outlines of a clitoris, and then it goes down here like the labias and the slit and stuff like that. So the Red Sea is basically the shape of a fucking vagina. All right. Now I'll show you where it's really obvious that this crap is all fucking fake. Now either the world maps and everything are all fake as a cryptic rape story, because that's what this is. These people are suppressing knowledge of God or some sort of really advanced technology. They're suppressing knowledge of it while raping our lives for a frickin' story. Okay, now this is really fucking simple to see. I've tried to show some people and they say, well, I don't see what you're saying. And it's like, bullshit, you don't. All right, now imagine that as the slit for a closed eye, and then a snout, a little bit of a mouth, and the cheeks. So it's a dog or a lion head. And then this is the hair. And then you have the resting leg right here. And I'll try to show you what I'm talking about with some pictures. All right, so there you go, like the resting eye, the snout, and the mouth, you know, and then the resting arm, same type of idea here, all right? And also, at the same time on that artwork, is what shapes the idea of a lamb chop, all right? You get the little bit of meat right there and the bone there, all right? The same friggin' idea as one of these things here, like the little bit of a meat and then a freaking bone. So what you have here is like a dog pointing that way. So dog backwards is God, and then freaking it's also sort of like a lion or a dog, and then a lamb chop. And I think there was some sort of old verse or something like that about the lamb and the lion or something like that with Jesus. But anyway, so that's one part of the cryptic art. Now, anyone can fucking see that and know that either these ocean floor maps are completely fake and part of a trashy, mind-controlled rape story, or God is real and sculpted the frickin' world this way, and now we're just getting an unveiling of it all. All right? And now here's what they did to me in the city. They introduced me to a woman named Erin Zimmer. All right? I kid you not, these people actually introduced me to a woman claiming to be named Erin Zimmer. And then right after I met her, my family started acting really fucking weird. All right? And I started noticing all this stuff at the same time. Now, all this just looks like some sort of mess, but it's not. It's a combination of different artistic concepts. You know, like if you imagine seeing like a vagina on an angle, you know, you have a slit there, and then the pussy lips, and it's kind of shaded to make another pussy lip. All right, kind of like this idea right there, like basically like the idea of a vagina. All right, and then you have like the cum shooting from a freaking penis. All right, and you can see right here the outline of that penis head and the curved shaft that's pulled out and is ejaculating on the vagina. So basically that's about Erin Zimmer and her life being mind controlled, slutted, and prostituted as well, like mine was. And at the same time that I met her, my family acted weird and they all threw me out homeless. And I was like, what the fucking fuck? So I bought a bag of clothes and I was walking around homeless for years. And, you know, but if you imagine, here's like the brim of a ball cap. Like if you imagine if you're filming someone from behind at an angle, that would be their ball cap, the side of their face. Then you have a thumb there, a finger there, smoking cigarettes like me, and then the smoke drifting away, and then the neck, and then this is like the shoulder strap, and here's the shoulder. Kind of like this idea here, all right? So basically, this is all some sort of artistic story where we're supposed to be god and goddess of the world, but the Canadians decided to rape and molest and mutilate and totally fucking screw up our lives and slut and whore us to try to make other Canadians relevant in some way. Like the Canadians literally mind controlled, prostituted, molested, raped, finger banged, fucked and fucking assaulted, attacked, beat and fucking mutilated and raped our friggin' lives so they could express this artistic story design. And there's one more thing I'll tell you about, to kind of like prove that this is about me, you know, is that dome on the rock. I don't have a mouse here, so I have to use the keyboard to freaking navigate. But if you measure from that temple mount to all the way to where I was born in Kelowna, British Columbia, you know, there's a house where I was born in Kelowna, British Columbia. The distance is actually 6,660.6 miles, which is 6 3 and 6. 666. There you go. But anyway, this is literally about me. And here I'll even show you my driver's license to show you that this really is about my existence and that friggin' woman's existence. All right? So here you go. You get British Columbia, Christopher B.B., born 76, July 28th. And that driver's license number is even some cryptic freaking insult stuff. You know? And that fucking postal code is about a mathematical pattern. The V6H is part of a Caesar ciphering of the word Y backwards, which comes out to dumb Josh rape. Or something like that. Seriously, there's like some design deranged. And look at, here you go. I even magically renewed my driver's license on April 4th, which is 4/24. And if you take that as minutes, 4/24, that's 7 hours and 4 minutes, which is the letters G, O, and D, 704, for God. Like, seriously, so there you go. This is literally about me and this frickin' woman. And here, I'll even show you my frickin' birth certificate. No, this is where I was freaking born. July 28th, 1976, Kelowna, BC. Christopher B. You know? And it's like everything is just some sort of like fucking totally trashy, deranged story where me and her were given really interesting identities, and then the freaking Canadians freaking whored, raped, and molested our lives. I could show you tons of freaking information in the design of this language and the world maps that prove this is about me and that frickin' woman. No? But this frickin' iPod is totally crap, and I can only put up 15-minute YouTube videos. But there's actually a story with information about our lives at KelownaSucks.com, which shows a shit ton of the mathematical and type patterns and how they've been making a ritual out of raping and molesting our lives. Like, they create cryptic songs, like different artists, American musicians and British musicians and stuff like that. They create cryptic songs that are cryptically singing about my life and her life being whored, raped, and molested. So they have little kids in the world going to school concerts, singing and dancing about me and Aaron being whored, raped, and molested by the freaking Canadian people. You know, it's like, holy shit. The Canadians are the freaking absolute disgusting fucking scum of existence. It's mind-boggling how fucking trashy the Canadian people truly are. But anyway, there you go. Sorry for making this video so long. Goodbye.